part of the HyperX Podcast Network. Alex, let me ask you a two-part question.
Go.
One, have you ever read movie novelizations like when you were a kid?
No.
Did you ever get any of those from the book fair?
No, I've done the reverse. I've read books that then became movies.
Okay, not what I was getting at. Part two, though.
Right.
Have you read comic adaptations of movies?
What?
Like when Archie Comics would do the comic version of the Secret of the Ooze, Ninja Turtles.
Ooze no Himitsu? No.
I remember Marvel Comics, this was before our time, but they did a comic of Blade Runner as well.
Okay.
You never read any of those?
No.
Star Wars, anything?
Those never interested me because I already know the story. I saw the movie.
Well, you don't love it so much. You want to experience it all over again in ink and paint form?
I don't think so.
I guess it wasn't paint they use in comic books. Well, technically, yes. The halftone printing process, the comics.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Hold on, I'm getting ahead of myself. I did enjoy reading the Ninja Turtles ones back in the day. So, all right. I guess I'm the weird one.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I never read any mainstream comics to begin with, so it was always things that were based on stuff I already liked. So Ninja Turtles or Nintendo or Sonic. What
about Disney Adventures?
True, yeah, I did have a subscription to that. But
you strike me as a guy who would.
Okay, based on what?
I wanted one. And you seemed to have stuff that I wanted growing up. You filled in the cracks of the things I didn't have. I never had a Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo arcade machine.
Who can say they did? Yeah, well, Disney Adventures also was random comics each time. You didn't really know where you were getting. It could be a comic story about Scrooge McDuck, or maybe it would be Tailspin, maybe then Aladdin the next month. You never really knew.
What about Doug? Were there Disney's Doug comics?
Were there? I think I was out of the game before I
by
figured
Jim
that out.
Jenkins.
Before I found those. I don't know. There might have been ones before in Nickelodeon magazine.
Okay, Nickelodeon's Doug.
Hey Arnold was originally a comic in Nickelodeon magazine.
Okay.
I don't remember any Doug ones, though. Of course, there was a Rocko's Modern Life series, I think, from Marvel. Yeah.
Good.
What can you really do in 8 pages of comic, for a Doug story?
How about a Doug manga?
Yeah, that'd be good, yeah. Because they would have manga of, X-Men and stuff, yeah.
I can completely see Doug. It starts with it's drawn in Doug's house style. It's drawn. Doug is reading manga on his bed with pork chop, and then he imagines what his life would be like if it were a manga. And then I imagine it sort of in the style of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
he and Skeeter have to defeat Roger Klotz.
Okay, your idea is sort of a story in a story thing. Where Doug's imagining,
yes,
not an original manga made in Japan based on Doug.
No, I think it should be.
Oh, okay.
But I also think there should be a framing device of just Doug. Every issue should be a daydream done in a different style, of another kind of manga. So I think that if you're gonna manga-ize it, you should sort of pay homage to a different style in each issue.
I see. And you think the Japanese readership would love that?
They're going to love. Everyone knows Doug here.
Right.
I can't find a person who won't stop talking about Doug.
Are you sure they're not talking about Dig Dug? Because you do have that bar with old games around.
No, because they specifically referred to him as Disney no Doug-kun.
What's Doug's last name in Japanese?
Omoshiroi.
Of course. It's No More Whoppers. Welcome to the show, everybody. How you doing? Glad to have you back. Glad to be back. Yes, my name is Ray Barnholt, park ranger, and with me as always, confirmed midterms voter, Alex Friolo. How you doing?
Wait a minute. Hang on. It seems like you got your information from the Allegheny County Board of Elections, which I did not contact in time to submit any votes, but judging by the results, would not have made a difference.
All right.
Which is fun. That's always fun. Although I should be good to go by the next presidential election, so that's something.
All right, we'll see about that. Based on how mad you will be about it around those months.
I will
weeks. Be. All right.
Mad about it.
That's all we can hope for is Alex being mad about something.
Grr.
Oh, show us those teeth.
Aye.
Yeah.
Aye. And I don't think George Washington will ever be the same. All right. Hi, everybody. How's it going?
He had
How's
wooden
it doing?
teeth, you know.
Did he?
That's what the legends say.
I don't know if that's true.
It's written in the scrolls.
Wait, the Dead Sea Scrolls?
I think so.
All right.
I think it was the sequel to the Dead Sea Scrolls, specifically made around the time of the founding of this country.
Return of the Sea Scrolls.
Right.
Which do you prefer? Do you prefer the Sea Scrolls or the Himalayan pink scrolls?
Himalayan pink, of course. I mean,
yeah.
Once you go pink, you can't go back, really. I mean,
but that doesn't rhyme at all.
No, I didn't mean it to be. I just was saying it's really good.
Once you go pink, it's all about. Wait, hang on. Once you go pink, it's all you can think. ... about.
Right. Now we're just getting extra dirty. I was just wanted to talk about salt, really.
I was talking about salt. Yes, I am talking about salt. What are you talking about?
I'm worried about the listener. They're gonna project their dirtiness onto us, and then we'll be victimized.
On them.
And yeah,
that's on them.
I know, but you never know when someone's gonna make a troll campaign out of it. You know what I mean?
Look,
someone's
we don't have garbage
into our
brain.
Discord.
Okay.
Link available at nomorewhoppers.com. And just say, hey, you perverts, what's happening, Alex? Heard you on the show the other day. And
you want me to do that right now?
No, you don't need to.
Hey, perverts.
No, someone else. Someone else doing it in the Discord. You're going to... Oh, boy, you rascal.
All right. There we go. All right. I've... Okay. Well, everyone's going to think my Discord got hacked, I bet.
Yes, probably.
All right.
You're going to have to tell them, oh, just having fun on the show today.
Just having fun on the show today. Oh, yeah, I should add that. Just having fun on the show today.
Go about your business.
Go about your business. Okay, cool.
I am not hacked. I promise. Love, Alex.
I am not hacked. I promise. Love, Alex. Wait, LEX. There we go.
All right, before we got off on such a crazy tangent, I wanted to talk about the fact that Himalayan pink salt doesn't seem to make a big difference in the salt world. Because,
what?
Well, they have these chips and popcorn that they sell in the stores. It's like Himalayan pink salt flavor, and it's like, it's salt.
Oh, yeah, I see it. I knew that it was nothing special when and this was a couple of days ago, actually, when I saw it at the convenience store. In just a giant tube for 88 yen.
Right. Pretty much the barometer of whether anything is special is if you see it if they're slinging it down on shelves of the conveni, yeah, you're in trouble. Nothing good. Yeah. Boy, if it seems like I am just slurring my words over the past couple months, I probably am, because I am, still raising a baby and still having a crazy sleep schedule.
Also, yes.
I now go to bed at 10 p.m.
Oh.
Wake up at 2, try and just, make sure he's still sleeping for about 4 hours, 5:36, and the shift change. So, yeah, I've been not in podcasting shape for quite a while, and I apologize.
That's fine.
I guess we did have some fun moments, though. We did, of course, record Golden 16 Seconds, and I did have some funny flubs that I'm sure Alex will keep in.
Yes.
And make me sound hilarious.
Well, they're not coming to mind. All I'm remembering right now is your internet cutting out repeatedly.
There was that too. That was a different kind of flub.
But I can make it funny.
Of course, that's the magic of editing.
I can add a laugh track every time your internet cuts out.
Yeah, or some, goofy music as well.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I'm gonna.
Maybe some clown music. Yeah.
Honk.
That's not music.
Oh.
Oh God. Oh dear. I'm sorry. I just. What? Okay, well, this was going to tie into a topic I was going to bring up. I just tapped my foot injury, and that hurts.
Oh, what'd you do to your foot?
in so few words, I peeled a strip of skin off the back of my foot on the shower door.
Ew! Okay, cool.
Could have been fewer words, I guess, huh? Yeah. Okay, to make it story short, I had gotten out of the shower, realized I hadn't fully finished my shower. Like, I don't think I washed my hair or anything, something stupid like that. So I pivoted, stepped back in the shower with the door, not fully swung open. And so the bottom of the door scraped the back of my heel, my back of my foot here, and just took a nice strip right off.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. Now, of course, the good thing is that it didn't exactly hurt immediately.
Gross.
It hasn't been super painful or anything. It just, it was bleeding a lot, and you got to control that bleeding. Anyway,
disgusting.
This has been like 2 weeks now, and we're still waiting for this to slowly heal and seal up. But yeah, not fun at all.
Gross. Thank you for that. That's fantastic.
Well, like I said, it was a topic I was going to bring up on the show later, but hey, since I accidentally bumped it and hurt myself, why not now?
Sick. Well, that's cool.
Anything bad happened to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Get ready.
All right.
Get ready for all of this shit. Okay. I want to start off by apologizing that I missed our stream on stream day.
Okay. Right.
And I'm here to offer not an excuse, but an explanation of all the shit that's been going on in my life. And it kind of kicks off, believe it or not, with the passing of the surprise passing of Rieko Kodama, because
True.
This just came out of nowhere.
Well, it was very strange because the Mega Drive Mini 2 came out and then indirectly announced to the world
that
she had passed. And then then the confirmation soon after that.
Yeah, one of the disadvantages of being in Japan is if there is a death. Like I get most of my news through Twitter. I don't get a lot of Japanese news from Twitter. I get most of my, it's all the English conversation happening on Twitter. So when news happens, I see it when I wake up and I scroll back through my feed.
Yeah.
That's how I found out. I remember finding out about Iwata that way, about David Bowie that way, about MCA that way even. This goes that far back. And I'm glad that this time it wasn't that. I just woke up to a line message from my friend Jason, who told me about it. And I'm glad that I heard about it that way instead of a flood of tweets, But still, it's just, and the first day I was just kind of numb and I was just in shock, I guess.
It sucks. It definitely sucks. And,
she was 59.
59 back in May.
Yes.
We don't know what happened, but that's not here nor there. But we had just recently mentioned her again, we're talking on the show here. And, I was joking a bit about how you were telling and the anecdote about how you were sending her stuff or whatever and how she just freely gave you her address.
Yes.
And I was joking like, well, maybe don't do that. But to be honest, I think that does show how cool she was, I think.
Yes.
Someone who appreciated her projects getting covered and then learning more about her fans. And I think, you're a good enough person to be a trustworthy fan in that sense. And so I think maybe she just opened up that slight bit. And that was really cool of her, I think.
Yeah.
Just sucks. It just sucks.
And I
saw it as, at least there was that little dedication line in the credits of the Mega Drive Mini 2 that's like a little bit of an immortalization in that sense. And so that's a slight comfort. Like it's not just in some game that's going to, get swept away later. Like Mega Drive Mini 2, if you bought one, you'll probably keep it around for a little while. So, yeah. Her memory's still there, and Phantasy Star 2 is on that, and that's pretty good.
Yeah. Like I said, I was kind of numb the first day. Like I didn't know how to process it because it was just so weird,
Absolutely.
And it was also one of those things where like it made me sort of reevaluate myself because one of my I didn't realize it, but one of my subconscious goals was to have her visit the bar one day. Yeah. Because I think over the course of our conversations together, I invited her down. I think she gave me the polite stock response of, oh, yes, if I'm ever in Nagoya, I'd like to drop by.
Sure.
which is the same response I got from Kenny Omega, who then immediately fucked off to America.
Okay, well.
But now she can't visit the bar, and that just kind of makes me sad on a level that I hadn't considered before. Like, oh yeah, now she'll never be able to visit. I really wanted to meet her, and I can't, and that sucks.
Yeah.
So that was day one.
Okay.
And then day two, I fucked up my neck real bad.
Yes.
I pinched a nerve in my neck while I was sleeping, and then when I woke up, I stretched wrong, and I was immobilized.
Okay.
To the point where my wife had to help me get out of bed.
Not good.
No.
So
not
what
good
exactly
at all.
happened? Like you were just like in Jesus Christ, a position you're not in usually in bed?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, my neck was just kind of, my head was angled very sharply to one side, and I guess I pinched a nerve.
Yeah.
And my wife helps me get out of bed, and then I'm seeing her off to work, and she's like, "You should go to the hospital." I'm like, "I'm fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Everything's great." And she's like, "All right, but you should go to the hospital." I'm like, "I'm fine." So she goes off to work, and I'm like, I'm just going to get back in bed. I'm going to rest. I'm going to nap until work. I'm going to wake up fresh as a daisy, bada bing, bada boom.
Uh-huh.
Except the wrinkle in my plan is I can't get back into bed.
Right.
There is no way, like, if I try to lay down or if I try to even put myself in the laying down position, my neck says, nuh-uh.
You're fucked.
You're
Play that
fucked.
drop.
Yeah. You're fucked. I don't have it. I think that might have been an MP3, so it's not on my soundboard at the moment.
Okay. We got to fix that too.
So I can't go back to bed. I physically cannot.
Oh, hold on. I have a related drop.
Go.
How do you live your life?
In pain. So I then had to walk to my doctor's office.
All right.
Who fortunately is close enough. It was still kind of far, but the thing that sucked about it was as I'm walking to his place, if I move wrong, or if I even move my right arm in the wrong direction, my neck seizes up and I can't move.
Oh boy. I'm just imagining you walking down the street with your head cocked to the right the entire time.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly what I did.
All right. Yeah,
It's like you were there.
Yeah.
And about five or six times on the way to the doctor's office, it would seize up, and I would stop walking, and I have to just stand there. Sometimes in the middle of the street. Fortunately, I did not get hit by any cars.
Yes. Well.
But it became impossible for me to move. And then when I got there, doctor was just like, "What did you do? Jesus Christ!" I was like, "I slept on it funny." He said, "Okay, here's some painkillers and a topical thing you can rub on your neck." It was a can of frosting, actually.
Okay. Delish.
Yeah.
Not good
and I
for
took
you.
those home. And when I missed the stream, it was because I thought I had forgot to set my alarm. It turns out I slept through my alarm because my wife told me my alarm did go off. I was just not having any of it.
Right.
Because I had taken some of these painkillers, and they're not like, I want to specify, these are Japanese painkillers. These are one step up from Tylenol, but they afforded me comfortable sleep, which I did not have the night before. So I'm like, I have to sleep. And then I ended up unfortunately sleeping in too late, for which I am
Sorry.
yeah. And then I woke up 40 minutes late to my wife saying, "Hey, I thought you were streaming with Ray today." And I'm like, "I am. It's not till, oh no." And then I just freaked out.
Right.
So that made me feel bad as well. And then on top of that, I think that night or the night before, I just had not like a bad customer, but a customer who made a large group of people uncomfortable that I didn't know about until they messaged me that morning. So like, while I'm feeling guilty about missing the stream, I'm also getting a message on the bar's Facebook Messenger account that's like, "Hey, we were the group that was in last night. There was a guy there who was making us uncomfortable." And so I'm having to deal with that and respond to them and be like, God. "Oh, God, yeah, sorry about that guy. I'll have a talk with him." And
Oh, brother.
all of this, that guy missing the stream, fucking up my neck, and Riko Kodama passing away just kind of all hit me at once, and like everything hit me at the same time, and then I was basically sobbing for 3 days. Like I was just in a horrible mood. By the way, achievement unlocked, breakdown crying in every room of the new apartment.
Okay.
Which I have to admit, a little bit of cheating because the living room and the kitchen kind of have an open floor plan deal going on.
All right.
So that was a twofer.
All right.
But like I just could not stop crying, and so I'm like, I have to go for a walk. I have to get out of the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go for a walk, but it was one of those walks where like the entire time I'm just like trying not to cry in front of people on the street, and I make the trip around the block, and I come back. And I'm like, I feel a little bit better. I feel composed. And then my wife comes home from work, and I'm just sitting on my bed in the dark, looking at the floor. And my wife comes in and says, "What's wrong?" And then I just burst into tears again.
All working into
so
play.
It was yeah.
Jeez.
So it was a lot of that. It was a lot of just circumstances and my own frustrations just coming out in the worst ways. I feel like I'm over it now. I feel, still kind of down about things. But you know what kind of helped me in the recovery process, dealing with Rieko Kodama's passing, was watching, because I follow Yuzo Koshiro on Twitter as well. And he reposted a great photo of those two at a show from a couple years ago, where they're just kind of standing next to each other, giving a thumbs up. And I love that photo so much.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me, because he was also, tweeting about her. And then it made me feel better, a little bit better, to see him then continue to tweeting about getting back to work and composing new music and posting what he's been writing and just talking about his day. And, this is one of the guys who was working with her at least, since the Mega Drive days.
Yeah.
And to watch him be able to bounce back after grieving. Granted, he had been grieving since May, I guess, but
true. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
It made me feel like, all right, let's go, get it together. Let's go.
Well, he is one of the greats, so
yeah,
that makes
love that guy.
A lot of sense. I will chime in. I don't want to relitigate it, but from my perspective, the stream thing, yeah, it was just a frustrating thing, and it led me to decide that basically us doing live streams is probably not worth it at the current way we were doing it.
No.
Because by coincidence, pure coincidence, because you've already explained what happened to you, and I totally believe you, of course. But by coincidence, this had been like multiple consecutive times, at least during the Halloween stream, where you didn't show up. And with that in my mind, I was just extra frustrated and just like, it's not going to work like this if it, if it continues in this manner. The better thing for us to just be like, hey, we're not going to really...
We'll do it when we can.
Yeah, we'll take a pause on this. Let's not make it a Patreon goal or anything anymore, because nevertheless, I know we're a small outfit. We're doing a teensy Patreon. We just have a few loyal people helping us and their understanding about probably anything going on with us. Nevertheless, it just didn't seem right to just have it plastered on our Patreon page as some sort of expectation anymore.
Right.
Yeah, we're working on it. We'll think about it some more, but it just does suck being multiple time zones away.
Yes.
And having to coordinate a live stream as in something you're doing for other people.
Yeah.
And that just ups the ante and ups the expectations and the nervousness and all that stuff. And when you don't show, I'm just like, would really like him to show. In so few words, I don't want that to happen. I don't want those feelings to happen anymore, and I want us to have a good, fun time as we usually have.
I would also like to point out, and I think you mentioned this as well, but I don't enjoy doing a public thing the moment that I wake up, because for you it's evening, but for me, I'm just waking up.
That's part.
And then I've got to immediately get on camera and then talk to people, which I don't like doing. And on top of that, I have never been happy with the way that I sound on our streams. Just by the nature of them, I have to be piped in. I have to go through your system and then go through your OBS. And when I'm actually coming out on the stream, I'm at a lower bit rate. I'm cutting in and out. I don't like the way, because I'm coming through Discord or Skype every time. And Skype Discord put like dumb, shitty, they compress everything. And so I just sound awful no matter what we do. And I am a stickler for audio quality. I'd like to say this week, I'm almost done acoustically treating this room.
Sure.
I have one last thing to do, and that's buy a giant piece of felt to put on my desk. Hi.
I understand. It's a good reason to want to wind this down or rethink it. But as I have tried to reassure you of multiple times, it's because a live stream is just a different stage entirely that being piped in is not the worst thing. And I have seen multiple high rollers on Twitch that are having other people piped in because they're playing online games, and that's what you do. You're piping in someone from Discord.
Yes.
There's no way in hell they're going to sound exactly the same. It just doesn't happen that way.
I understand that, but I hold myself to a higher standard than them.
All right.
And I want to find a way.
Well, that was me trying again, and we'll see. We'll see if I can crack that armor on you there.
Ow.
But yeah, I would like to do streams. I think it is fun. It's a fun thing to do.
It is fun.
I think we just need to not treat it as seriously. We need to find a way to not treat it seriously. And I don't know if that means like doing it more spontaneously. Like, hey, you want to do this week? This game's out or whatever. Let's just do that. Or something that doesn't require us to both play something. Because, I've seen other streams, other guys who do like weekly things, and they're fine just having like one guy capturing the game and playing it, and the other guy is just continuing to have the conversation with them or watching chat or whatnot.
Yes.
I don't know if you're even amenable to something like that, but those
of course I am.
Options. Those are options. Yeah.
Of course. I've always thought that like, because I do like every once in a while, if I have nothing to put on in the background, I'll put on some old Game Grumps because I used to like watching those. And I feel like that's a format that we would excel at, is just playing games, but also just kind of bullshitting the whole time and just goofing off together. Because goofing off together is basically what we do. Goofing off together is what good waffles do.
Right.
We're good waffles.
And obviously the issue there is that we're not in the same room.
That's true. Yeah. And that's a part of it.
So maybe our Patreon goal should be instead to have some sort of way to fly one of us out to the other's place, or get an Airbnb.
No, wait.
Get like a gamer lounge, and then
all right.
Do a week of streaming.
Here's a thought.
Yeah.
Why don't we do that? Like we can still play games together, coordinate without streaming it, and just record it, and just like we do the podcast, record our own audio channels locally. And then just put them together over the video. Bada bing, bada boom. We're playing a game together.
Sure.
And put it on YouTube. There you go. Alex and Ray play all the way through the Lost Levels.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to rhyme again there.
Alex and Ray play all the way through Final Fantasy 2.
Oh, okay.
No. Alex coaches Ray through Mighty Final Fight.
Are you that good at it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hit the guy. There you go. Get the beef.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe we cracked it already. Maybe we'll try that.
I'll take point on this. I'll even edit the first video if you'll just show up, on Skype and provide commentary while one of us plays a game.
Well, you're too kind, but we'll see. Yeah.
Well,
whatever works, right?
We will see.
Now, you did say play a game together. Did you mean multiplayer or anything?
If we can do it without the latency, because I know we've had issues with that in the past.
Well, some games are better than others,
But it's also, I also want to, not to rip off Game Grumps wholesale, but I feel like the episodes of theirs that work the best are the ones where only one of them is playing.
Okay, sure.
And the other one's just talking or telling stories.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's it.
We can play. What was that board game?
Billion Road.
Big Dice Challenge. Yeah, Billion Road.
Yeah.
Like that's fun, but also it's not always chill because a lot of the time I'm yelling at you or I'm yelling at RNG.
Okay, well, or
both.
It's not like doing it in this different format is going to stop you from yelling at me.
Shut up. Yeah, you're right.
So,
well, no, it might though. Because if it's more like storytelling, I'm not going to yell a story at you. I could. I'm sure I have.
A long time ago.
In a galaxy fucking far away.
Get this through your fucking head.
Don't you remember when me and Shmoo walked all the way to the Giant Eagle to buy a 2-liter of Pepsi?
Yes, for the last time.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
I do apologize.
Yeah, it seems like a good resolution.
I wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to, because also, like, while all of this was going down, I had no one to talk to about this. I didn't want to bug you with it because I knew that, you know, the whole thing was pretty fresh, and you're also constantly dealing with baby stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to put this on Ray, but I also don't have anyone else I can really talk to about this.
Well, not even your wife.
Yeah, I mean, I told her, like, she knew about all of those things. I told her about them, you know, and
but you don't sit down and say, like, yeah, I'm not feeling great right now, and this is
well, I think she knew something was up when she saw me burst into tears.
Well, okay, but before that,
but at that point, she had already known. Like, I told her I was feeling down about Ryoko's passing and missing the stream and that bad customer and fucking my neck up. And I think she just kind of knew it was all getting to me. And yeah, then she told me to lay down and she made me some soup and we just had a nice dinner.
Yeah.
And she's a super sweetie. Yeah. But I'm feeling better now. I'm feeling energized. I wrote up a big blog entry about Ryoko and about sort of our like kind of fan creator relationship. And I ended up not posting it. I ended up just sending a DM to her Twitter account, basically just saying thank you instead. And that just I wrote a little just a private thing because I don't know. I mean, you know, it's 2022. This is how we deal. This is how we grieve now, I guess.
That's cool though.
Yeah, it just I was feeling down. I'm feeling better. And I should also say, like, I don't know, you know, we don't know what happened, but if she was sick or what. But I mean, I hadn't spoken to her in probably 3 years. Like it had been a while.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I think the last time we talked was I congratulated her on Sega's 60th. When was that?
Yeah, a couple years ago. Yep.
Okay, yeah. Then it was around that time.
2020, yep. That was another great stream where you were yelling at me.
Yeah.
The Sega test.
That's right, the Sega test.
Well, that was like one of our first streams too. So
wait, hang on. The Sega test is if your hand is bigger than your face, you're gay? Is that true? That's what I learned in middle school.
That one hurts me. I don't know.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just...
Hang on. Hold up your hand.
Okay, here it is.
That's a good looking hand. All right.
And it means I'm a Sega expert.
That's true.
God.
Because you have those knuckle tattoos. On your left hand, you got SEGA. And then on your right hand,
tattoos of knuckles. Tattoos on my knuckles.
Yes, well, both, really.
Okay.
On the left, you have SEGA. And on the right, you have FACT. Because you know a lot about Sega.
Okay, right. Let's take a break. We'll talk more about that in a little bit.
That's a good idea. That's a great idea.
It's still No More Whoppers. Hi.
Stick with us. Bye.
When it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, or even your year, we'll be there for you. I'm Ryan, the line is always a dot to me.
And I'm Mark. How you doing? And we are a podcast of two friends watching Friends. We live in every episode of the TV show Friends in all its glory, delving behind the scenes and discussing all our favourite moments.
Join us as we get reacquainted with some old friends and hopefully make some new ones only on the HyperX Podcast Network.
If you're a shrewd shopper, it's about to be your favorite time of the year. HyperX will be running massive sales for the holiday season. Get up to 50% off some of our most popular products, like the ultra comfy Cloud 2 headset, the tough, responsive Alloy Origins mechanical keyboard, and the fan favorite Quadcast USB microphone. Sales will be going on at all major e-tailers, but be sure to head to hyperx.com and sign up for the newsletter to get the scoop on the biggest deals. Happy holidays from HyperX.
Folks, we're back as No More Whoppers. I am Ray. That is Alex.
Hello. Hi.
Well, we did start with Ryoko Kodama, but it was related to the Mega Drive Mini 2.
That's right.
I mean, the Mega Drive Mini 2, that's pretty neat. That did come out a couple weeks ago now. Of course, if you did get the original Mega Drive Mini or Genesis Mini, you had a lot of good games on there. They bumped this one up to 60 games altogether.
Wow, 60 games per second.
And like 7 that are like new or like new ports of things. So it's pretty crazy. But yeah, like I said, it's just pretty neat. And of course, we did go over it previously where it's like, no, they don't have the Lunar games on the English one, on the American one. Sorry, but...
Sorry.
Honestly, I think the American version in general, Western version, I suppose, kind of has more appealing games to dudes like you and me anyway, because the Japanese version has a lot of simulation games. There's like 2 different Sengoku era strategy games, has Mahjong, has a bunch of quiz games, things that are impossible to enjoy if you don't understand Japanese, of course. Still kind of neat, I would say. And this is a thing I've talked about probably multiple times on a stream or Retronauts or something. I did start my Genesis journey back in the day with the first model Genesis in like 1992. But I did also then get the second model, which is what the new Mini's based on. And I do think that is my Genesis. You know, nostalgically, that's the one I identify with. So it is very nice to have 2 little tiny ones to put on the shelf. I don't know what else to say. Alex, if you've seen this thing...
No.
Have you heard about this?
Yes, yeah, Kev, yes. I own the first Genesis Mini, the Mega Drive Mini. That was a gift from my buddy Paul. I keep that at the bar for emergencies. I haven't actually used it yet, though. The Model 1 was my Genesis, because I never owned the Model 2 or 3. Although I did buy one eventually for the bar.
Right. Okay.
Mostly because I needed a Mega Drive. At the bar, I had been using my old Genesis for like 7 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And if anybody wanted to play Japanese game, I would have to get out the Game Genie and use a code to bypass region lockout, which only worked on about 80% of the games. And if it didn't work, I'd have to quickly Google what the code is for that specific game and blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, fuck it. This takes too long. Why don't I just buy a Mega Drive, which I should have done 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So I did that. Now I got to keep one on hand. Thing works great. You love to see it.
Of course. All right.
Yeah. It's great. My uncle works at Sega, and he says they're making Herzog Dry.
Pretty good. Of course, Herzog's Y is on the Genesis Mini too.
Good.
And related to Ryoko Kodama, of course, the first Mini had Phantasy Star 4. Yeah. And now the Mini 2 has Phantasy Star 2 with an added like easy mode.
Oh.
M2 had been known for this previously because that PS2 collection, the Sega Ages Phantasy Star collection, had like fast forward, I think, as well as like easy mode stuff. This just has easy mode, but still pretty good.
That's fine.
It is kind of funny, though, that the Mini 2 has a lot of cases of like reverse sequel choices. So what I mean is on the first one, they really wanted to make sure they got like the best representations of a series on the first one. So like you would have Phantasy Star 4 instead of 2, or Shinobi 3 instead of Revenge of Shinobi, because I guess objectively Shinobi 3 is better than Revenge of the Shinobi, but most people, I think, recognize Revenge of Shinobi a bit more. So they went ahead and filled in those gaps on the new one. So you do have Revenge of Shinobi on the Mini 2 and Phantasy Star 2, etc. So it's kind of funny. You were
great. Saying. Yeah, if I sing this song a lot, but if anybody really wants to get into the Phantasy Star series, try to track down the Phantasy Star collection on the PS2, which has 1 through 4 in Japanese and English with easy modes for all of them, by which I mean you can increase the golden experience gain from battles. I think Phantasy Star 1 has both soundtracks available. It's just the perfect package to play 1 through 4.
Yeah, and I sold mine recently.
Well, you're a butt. If you get that Genesis Mini 2 and you want to play Phantasy Star 2, I recommend that as well, because I streamed it a couple of years ago, and that was the first time I played all the way through it since I was a kid.
Wow. Yeah.
For a game that's been on, for a game that's been on everything, for a game that's been on your toaster for 20 years,
Right.
I hadn't actually played all the way through it until I streamed it, and I remembered, oh, surprise, it's super fun. It has for an old school RPG, it has a great sense of progression. There's there's grinding that you got to do, but if you're playing on I'm sure easy mode makes that a little bit easier, but it's just good. It's a good sci-fi RPG. It moves along at a nice pace once you get rolling. It's kind of like Phantasy Star 1 had a similar issue where the beginning is kind of slow and then it just takes off.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's I like them both for that reason. I even got an appreciation for 3 when I streamed that as well. I played all the way through 3 on stream. 3 is it's a little clumsy, but it still has a lot of cool ideas, a lot of brilliant monster design. Some of the music is Mega Drive Clang-Bong Bullshit, but some of it's also super good.
Yeah, but stupidly so. Like, that is the worst battle theme in any RPG.
Yes.
Why did they do
The battle
that?
theme is, yeah. The battle theme is not great, but some of the, and there is a dungeon theme that I think is supposed to be some sort of a joke. It's Clang-Bong. It's just bells. It's bell sounds, dissonant bell sounds. But there's also, I think there's a boss theme that's just a fucking straight up banger.
Right.
There are good tracks in that game. Phantasy Star 4 is a game I've not revisited in a while. I'd like to stream that eventually. Maybe I can.
Maybe
we'll
you
see.
should.
Maybe you should. Maybe we should together. Maybe that'll be our first project.
Okay. Yeah, sure. An 80-part series.
That's a long. No, I don't want to. I don't want to do an RPG with you because it's a lot of grinding.
It would have to be an extremely short RPG, like Arc the Lad 1.
Ooh, or how about Fatal Labyrinth? You know I love Fatal Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, Okay, so that is on the Mega Drive Mini, the Japanese version, but as under a compilation game, which is like a compilation of the because it had started out. It was a modem game. They distributed it through like modem originally in Japan.
Oh, that I did not know.
Yeah, it was a network game, and so they had like this compilation of some of those, which are like fairly dinky games. There's like Flicky and the Pyramid Magic puzzle game series and stuff like that. So because it was within this collection that was based on the Japanese network service, it didn't make it in the Western version of the Mini 1, which means we didn't get a separate Fatal Labyrinth. And then they did not end up including it either in the second one, which I think it would have been a slam dunk for God's sake. But no, it's all right. It's okay.
I have Slam Dunk on the Super Famicom.
All right.
Yeah.
I can't believe this thing also has Night Trap on it.
Oh yeah. Yoru no Trap?
I think they left that name alone.
Yoru no Wana. Oh yeah, probably. Oh my God, I did see. You know, I do that all the time just for funzos because putting Japanese particles into titles is my favorite thing to do.
I know,
like Chip-Toe Dale, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
I did see one. I saw one in the wild during my Seinfeld rewatch, and that was you were making out during Schindler's List. Which, guess what? That's right, it is Schindler No List. And boy, that just hit me just right when I was watching that. Oh, just great.
Not bad. Yeah.
Because sometimes you see foreign stuff. If there's a possessive in the name of something, I'd say half the time or more than half the time they'll just go with the katakana zu, like Shindora zu listo.
Yeah.
You know, but every once in a while, Schindler No List.
Every once in a while, yeah.
You love to say it.
So yeah, if you like tiny genesises, I'd say get it.
Genocide.
Whatever.
That sounds a lot. That's too close to genocide. Never mind.
Yeah, true. But of course, there's always going to be the people that'll be like, just get a Mister, just get a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah,
that's fine though. But
that is, yes.
There's something to be said for like a sort of official curation and a little bit of effort going into the interface, the graphical interface of the thing, letting you look at box arts and such. And
yes,
sure, they could have went an extra mile, but they could have went a few extra miles and they didn't. But I think what we got is pretty good.
Yeah, I think those kind of devices are cool. I'd like to have one at home. I've been thinking of putting one together just to have like an all-in-one thing I can hook up to my TV.
Yeah.
At the same time, shut up.
Yeah.
Nobody's done this lately, but I used to have people come in the bar and throw out this pearl. You know what you should do?
Oh, no.
You should just like get a bunch of Misters and just load them up and put them on every TV. Like, A, no. B, super no.
Right.
Like, that's not the point of this.
How about you just get rid of all the games you have on your walls there? Just make a nice, cold, uninviting environment.
Yeah.
Set up a rack of misters, and there you go.
Hey, I have an idea. Why don't you get rid of your clothes and just wear like a nylon sleeve over your body every day? It saves you the trouble of buying clothes and worrying about choosing clothes. Also, instead of food, why don't you just drink Soylent 3 meals a day?
Yeah.
How about that?
Right.
You fuck.
You'll poop the same amount of times.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm averse to any kind of input about the bar.
Yes.
You know,
and
I mean,
it's output.
I forget what it was. Yeah. I forget what it was, but somebody was doing that again just a couple months ago. It was anytime somebody opens with, you know what you should do?
All right, yeah.
My immediate response is just, what should I do? And then they'll give me some bullshit.
Yeah, but also don't encourage them.
No. Well, that's the thing is I just have to smile and nod while they tell me their dumb idea. And then I'll usually just respond with, is it cool if I don't do that?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. Very good. I like Sega. That's the end of the story.
Sega's great. Go play Sega games.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of non-Sega games, I was streaming one recently.
Oh, yeah?
Two burly plumbers.
That's not it.
All right.
Two burly. I was streaming two burly plumbers don't wear two burly ties.
Is that so?
Yeah, no.
Koopa straps Toad into a chair.
Thanks. I was streaming Resident Evil 8, The Village, downloadable content, Rose no Daiboken.
Hold on, though. Hold on, though.
What's up?
Hold on, though.
What?
The new version of a game called
Resident Evil.
Sorry.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Have you ever? Did you play the DLC? Did you buy the DLC?
Yeah, I ended. Okay.
All
yes. Short answer, yes. But you know what I originally did is that I bought Resident Evil Village so that we could play Resident Evil Reverse on stream.
Right.
Then when that went to hell, I got a refund on Resident Evil Village. Then I think 2 days later, this site was selling it for $9.
Whoa.
And so I picked it up again and then bought the DLC because what a savings. Am I right?
Yes.
And also, part of it was because of the third-person mode. So I remember they had that Resident Evil video showcase thing where they were showing some of that and then the new footage of Resident Evil 4 and whatnot. I remember the developer guy saying like, kind of playing it in first, third person makes it a little bit easier to deal with some of the fear for some people. And I was like, you're right. And now I'm going to look up a mod for Resident Evil 7 to play that in third person.
Oh, yeah. Is there?
Yes, there is.
Cool.
You do have to do a little bit of legwork. You have to use another app called Cheat Engine to set it all up. But
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, Windows doesn't like it, but it's okay. It's just for hacking games mostly.
I like the third person, but I do feel like Ethan and Rose take up just a little bit too much of the screen. They seem to take up more space than Leon did in RE4.
Okay, how about 2 and 3, the remakes?
That's a little better.
All right. I haven't compared them either, but
I don't know maybe I'm imagining it, but it felt like in 8 there were a couple times where I'm like trying to just move them out of the way. Like, can you just scoot over a little? Like I can't see the thing in front of me.
Yeah, I suppose not every like enemy encounter is fully tuned for that experience.
Yeah.
Certainly not in 7, but I'll deal with it because like I think as it works now, like whenever you switch to the knife in 7, it just zooms into first person. So I guess, well, if you're pulling out the knife in a Resident Evil game, you're already fucked. So,
well, no, I mean you needed to cut open boxes and crates and vases.
I meant in combat.
Oh,
or getting through
combat
guys.
Time. Okay.
So yeah, originally I had been doing my yearly tradition of playing 30 minutes of Resident Evil 7 and getting a bit too upset and then quitting. But maybe I'll get
I've
it
never
done now.
finished 7. I got bored with 7 just because, like, I was really into it early on because I'm like, this is it. They're bringing Resident Evil back to its roots. It's atmospheric. It's beautiful. I love the way it looks. I like the way it plays. But I felt like all the environments were kind of a little too samey. All the enemies were mostly the same, and it just kind of started to bore me.
They went pretty hard, on that the whole tone shift, environment shift.
Yes.
They went pretty darn hard on that, and then you loosened up a bit for 8. It looks like, and had more of a nice adventure.
That's why I liked 8 a lot, is because that reminds me. Yeah, 8 is more varied. There's more enemies, more environments, and just the presence of the Duke as like just a weird extra dimensional merchant. And I do like that one of the lines he says after you shop from him is "Have a wonderful adventure," which is such a good line, because it's like none of this.
Thanks.
Like, this is not really supposed to be like a fun, lighthearted romp, but he's like, "Have fun."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Not bad.
It's good. I love 8. 8's fun. I've been streaming it a lot lately, and as I said, I'm playing the DLC. But I rage quit on the last boss of the DLC. Are you familiar with this? Have you heard about this?
Yes. Before
there's
the audience.
There's I forget what it was. I think it's just tutorials. Like, you can go to the options and turn off tutorials, and tutorials in RE8 are basically just, don't forget, you ran out of ammo. Go to the menu and craft some ammo. Like, it's that kind of shit. And I turn those off because I've beaten the game 6 or 7 times at this point. Okay. And I, went into the DLC and everything's fine. And then I get to the end, and I get to the last part of the last boss, and there's a cutscene that happens before you deal the final blow. And after that scene, you're back in control, except I can only move the camera. Huh? Boy, that's odd.
Yeah.
And this cutscene happens, and it's like, okay, the game wants me to strike the final blow. Why can I only move the camera? I can't aim. L2 does nothing. All the other shoulder buttons do nothing. And so I just kind of stood there while the boss killed me. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's a weird glitch. I'll try again. So I tried it a second time, and sure enough, the exact same shit happened. I can only move the camera. I'm like, what are you doing? What is this?
Yeah.
What's going on? It turns out there's a special command that the game gives you, but it gives it to you through that tutorial mode. So if you've turned that off, turned it off, you don't know the one specific special command you're supposed to do, which you've never seen before.
Oh, that seems like an oversight.
Yes, it does. But it was also an oversight that wasted my time and my patience, so I don't think I'm going back to that. Even though I was literally one hit away from beating the last boss, I don't have the patience to do that fight again. It's annoying.
Yeah, I suppose it's inconsequential because, I'm not a big DLC guy to begin.
Yeah, it felt like, I don't know if this is common or expected of DLC, but it was just 100%. Outside of the voice, the dialogue, the newly recorded dialogue, it was 100% reused assets, which I know that's how it works. That's how they make money. I get it. I get that. I just thought you couldn't have done anything new.
Right.
Yeah.
Too soon, I suppose. Since the first version. I think the DLC in 7 was the same though, right?
I guess I didn't notice it because I didn't finish 7, and so I didn't play the DLC from 7. I just watched my buddy Rachel play through them.
All right.
But I wasn't, watching 100% of the time. I was looking down at my phone. I was talking to people, while Resident Evil was happening in the background.
Yeah, that's what you do. Mm-hmm. Well, as long as we're talking about it.
Oh, wait, hang on.
The new version of a game called...
What? Go ahead.
The new version of a game called what? I had one more thing to say about that DLC, and that is, another reason it didn't really jive with me is because the characters, I don't agree with the characters' motivations, but okay. I have to control this character because that's what the DLC is. You play Rose, and she's got these kooky, crazy powers, but oh no, she hates her cool powers and she wants to get rid of them. Uh-huh. And the game tries to paint it to illustrate how, she was bullied because she had powers, but that's not illustrated enough. I feel like yeah. There's she hears voices of kids teasing her.
Yeah, it seems a little plausible.
Yeah, she's got really cool powers, and she can immobilize zombos from a distance, and it's real cool. But she's like, I hate my powers, I want to get rid of them. And the whole time I'm like, you're in a scenario where you're surrounded by things that are weak to your powers. And she does eventually start using them, which is great. And then I assume by the end she comes to terms with them, and she's okay with them. But on the way there, the whole time I'm just like yelling at her, like, keep them. They're saving your ass right now. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Some teenagers made fun of you? Is that it?
I had seen people stream it a little bit, and even then I was seeing this and, the girl running through the same basic levels and being like, this doesn't make any sense, really.
Yeah, it's like you're inside the memory of the Mutamycete from the village, and so it's like it remembers all the areas and environments. That's exactly what I said on stream. Thank you very much, because it does sound like Metamucil.
High in fiber.
It's great in fiber.
I know. I could use some.
Open up.
Glug glug.
But it was the same. It's the same feeling that I get when I play FF5, where like your characters are running around trying to protect the crystals, right? Let's go save the crystal.
Yeah.
Except, hey, guess what? Every time a crystal explodes, I get 4 cool new jobs.
Yeah, right.
So, like, as a player, I want these crystals to explode, even while my party is like, we gotta hurry or we're gonna lose the next crystal. And they get there, and I'm like, oh no, it exploded. Now I can be a samurai.
I wonder if that is an element in 16. Because they're they're all like, fuck the fucking crystals.
oh dear. Oh yeah, 16. We haven't talked about that new 16 trailer, have we?
No, I don't think we really talked about any of them. But
yeah.
Let me guess. You're not hot on it.
I'm. Maybe the next trailer will be the fun one. You know what I mean? Like everything is just so fucking dour.
Oh, okay. Yeah, dour.
And grim. Yeah. And also, I counted in that 5 or 6 minute trailer, there were exactly 10 seconds of gameplay.
Yeah. How about? Yeah, I didn't really see much daylight either.
Also, it was very dark. It felt like, can we turn on the lights? I don't know.
Can we maybe go out in a field later? Maybe.
Yes.
That'd be nice. Yeah, we'll see about that.
It just, like, the thing I like about old school Final Fantasy and most Dragon Quest games is that they are fun adventures where you run around and you explore and you collect cool stuff.
Yeah,
and this
meet all sorts of stereotypes.
This, like, FF16 just seems like more boring political bullshit and speeches and are we doing the right thing? And not like I want an adventure. I don't want to watch drama. I don't want to watch melodrama. I want to have an adventure. That's why I play video games. I don't play video games so I can jump deep into your geopolitical lore. Like a story is good. Story is very important. I feel like FF12 almost lost me because of that. Like FF12 opens with 5 minutes of fucking geopolitical bullshit. Like, here's the history of these warring nations. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't
but you like it. So what happened there, you think?
No, I like that. I like that when it's doled out over the course of a game and not in a huge cutscene at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, but you stuck with 12 is what I'm saying. You like
12. I love 12. I love 12.
Yeah.
12 is great. Because it then, after boring me in the intro, it then introduced fun characters that I got to play around with.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's a way, like I'm not against that kind of story, but I am against the way that it's usually presented, which is in an extremely boring way, which is they sit you down and they just say, this is Kingdom A, this is Kingdom B. They've been fighting for 36 years.
Right.
This
and
is
then
what
15 tried to make a hybrid of those. Like,
oh, yeah.
The political melodrama in the background, but also, a fun adventure trying to be on the surface.
Yeah, 15 felt to me like, what if 12 just never got good? That's what 15 felt like to me.
And
like,
had a car.
The car is fine. I like the bro road trip. I like camping.
Car's great.
Just put a better story around it.
Yeah.
I don't care about your fucking kingdoms and
especially when your kingdom is called Insomnia.
Yes. How about, like, does Final Fantasy, do they feel this need to just go big every fucking time? Go big or go home? Like, what happened to small interpersonal drama? Where did that fucking go? Can we get more of that? I mean, I know it's kind of been big since the beginning because it's like, we got to get the crystals and save the world. But, like, the reason that I like 6 so much is because you've got this huge cast of characters all with their own story, and they're operating within the framework of a larger story, but they also have their own stories.
Here's the thing, and you probably have seen a lot of people make this comparison. How Final Fantasy 16 has kind of a Game of Thrones thing going on.
Oh no, is that what they're going for?
Well, if someone just watches the trailers, that's probably what they're going to think, and probably what Square Enix wants them to think. And so, like, that's kind of where I think fantasy media has been going because of Game of Thrones, because it's appointment television and full of stupid drama that you are supposed to care about. And now that is starting to bleed over into our RPGs.
I don't need it. I don't like Game of Thrones for that reason. I tried to get into Game of Thrones. I watched the first 2 episodes, and my only takeaway was everyone's an asshole. There's no one to root for. Everyone's just a fucking prick. I don't like any of these characters. Why am I watching this? I don't care what happens to them. I don't like that has to become the standard. Like, everyone has to be an anti-hero. No one can be likable. No one can be sympathetic. Like, why is that appealing? Why do we like that?
Yeah. I think we should isolate those lines that you just said and wait till FF16 comes out and you try it and see if your opinion is any different from Final Fantasy 16 than it was for Game of Thrones.
I'm sure it will be, but that's my opinion based on these 2 trailers.
No, I meant for comedy.
You're very funny. I'm waving you over to the couch. Get over here.
I just meant for comedy reasons. Like, see if Alex says the same thing next year, right?
I mean, look, I have to trust that Yoshi P knows what he's, because he's producing, right? That's his deal.
That's right. It's the FF14 crew.
And Masayoshi Soken is doing the music, which is good because he's brilliant. I love that guy. But like, that's 2 guys on a team of hundreds. Sure. I don't know, I don't know how this is going to turn out. You also have to think
about it in terms of like, well, if someone is just expecting it to be as good or fun as FF14, you then have to think, well, FF14 as an MMO with lots of content can afford to have a variety of different stories, more dark or more light than the other ones. And so someone, not necessarily you, I think you get it, but someone might be thinking, oh, the Final Fantasy 14 people are behind it. It's probably going to be just as good as that in the writing or whatever. And it's like, well, I think they're going for something a little bit different. It's not going to be a copy of 14. I'm not saying anybody's saying that, but
right.
Let's be careful.
Yes, I think it's also important to note that each expansion for FF14 is not written by the same person.
That too.
And that's kind of where the strengths come, is in how those scenarios are plotted out. And those are done by, professional writers. That's and Yoshi P is the director. He's not necessarily, putting all these ideas to paper. He's taking others' ideas and then shaping them in a way that is palatable.
Well, who is writing this thing?
I do not remember her name, but she wrote Heaven's Ward and I think Shadowbringers, and I think those are widely regarded as like the best FF14 expansions. Okay. I don't know who's writing 16. I have no idea.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
Well, I don't know. I was talking about 14.
All right. I looked up the website here. Creative director and original screenplay, Kazutoyo Maehiro.
He's your hero?
My hero. Please, like I said, I'm flubbing lines. It's much worse when I have to do it in a different language. We also heard this when I was trying to read the fucking chips from Italy.
Those are good. Oh, I had those, I think. Yeah.
He is credited. His past titles are Final Fantasy 14, 12, and The Last Remnant.
Okay. I didn't play The Last Remnant.
A couple people here from The Last Remnant. See, I'm doing it again. But yeah. And of course, Masayoshi Soken, his credits, Final Fantasy 14, Nanashi no Game, and Mario Hoops 3-on-3.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So only the best.
He is the best. I don't, like I said, I eventually liked FF12 despite all of the geopolitical bullshit drama. So yeah, we'll see. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it's the fault of whoever's cutting these trailers together. You know what I mean?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Maybe it's the Italian Job trailer all over again.
Yeah. Square Enix already got shit for cutting a little bit of a trailer badly a few months ago.
Oh, which one?
Game Forspoken. Forsaken's a different game. Excuse me. Yeah. Because that game, Forspoken, has a bunch of what people were dinging Square for this trailer, cringe dialogue.
Oh.
And so they had basically made an edit of an edit as like a digestible tweet type video, right? And then it had some cringe dialogue, and people were roasting them for that. And that's what you do on the internet. Probably a completely different person editing that thing, but just saying, it's also Square Enix, and that's also a big AAA game they are betting some big bucks on.
Big bucks!
Forspoken is made by the Core 15 studio. So the people who made 15 are making this game. It has just a bunch of like, Marvel movie type dialogue in it. Let's be cute. Let's be funny for this entire thing. Let's swear a lot, maybe.
Poop.
Boop. I go boom boom.
Fun.
Video games.
They don't have to be grimdark, but it sure sells. Clooney Tunes.
I was going to say then, going back to Resident Evil, did you see the new footage of Resident Evil 4?
From a few weeks ago? Yeah. Looks fine.
Right. Of course, as we had established before, nothing's really going to erase the original version of Resident Evil 4, no matter how many changes this new one makes. However,
that's right.
It seems that they're sticking to some things that sort of that people remember Resident Evil 4.
Oh.
I think maybe just some general. I think there's even some Leon quips that made their way back into that new version in those trailers.
Oh, so yes.
Leon maybe still a bit quippy.
Good. That's important.
Yes.
That is important. That's kind of what I liked about RE8, because on the surface I thought RE8 at first seemed to be a lot more serious, but there's also a lot of just dumb shit, which makes it fun.
Yeah.
I also like how Ethan has the dumbest one-liners I've ever seen in a video game, but that's why I like him.
All right. As far as I know from playing 7, his one-liners are usually just fuck. What the fuck?
I mean when he kills a boss.
Right. So yeah, what is he saying?
It's always just shit like, you're the dumb one, actually. I think after you kill Dimitrescu, he's like, you're the one who's cursed. Like, got her.
No, yeah.
Real good, Ethan.
Well, he's stressed out. He's going through some things. He's gotta find his daughter.
You're stupid, actually.
I didn't realize Ethan's supposed to be our age. I think he's listed his birth year is like in 1984. So not exactly our age, but yeah.
Oh shit, we're older than Ethan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, darn.
Damn.
They got these kids out here fighting zombies.
$5, get out of here. I don't know why, but when you start a sentence with "they got these," that's immediately where my brain goes.
That's fine, I know.
They got these big juicy zombies.
Yeah, in the castle.
Oh yeah, I was talking about. I think I mentioned this on my stream while I was playing the game, but I am playing the Japanese version because I have a Japanese Steam account of RE8.
Yeah,
and there is a lot of self-censorship when it comes to gore in Japanese games. And originally I played the North American version on the PS4 when it came out. Which had every juicy detail.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not you know me, I hate gore. I'm not a gore fan, so I don't mind. I don't mind playing the Japanese version at all.
Sure. Except
because there's no head explosions. If you shoot something from far away and it crits and a zombie or a wolf man's head explodes, that is an instant visual indicator that you can move on to another enemy.
True. That would be pretty helpful.
Yeah, if I don't have that, even if the enemy falls down, I'm like, is he going to get back up? He might. So like I have it in my mind, like, all right, it's an added level of anxiety that was not present in when I played the North American version.
Wow.
Although I'm getting better at noticing, because the sound effect and the explosion is the same as if the head did explode. It's just the head is still there.
Okay.
So you still hear that sksh sound effect, and you still see like a big, spray of explosion, but the head is still there. And sometimes it's kind of hard to miss in the thrill of battle.
Wow, Sakurai should make a video about that on his YouTube channel about game development. He should say, just let the heads explode. That's what he should call it.
Yeah. Heads are
Just talking
popping.
about recognizable head explosions.
Yeah, what are your favorites? Go.
Scanners.
All right, that's the classic.
That's about all I got.
All right, cool. Resident Evil 8 out now.
Right. Yes, indeed. I'm sitting here waiting another week
The
for...
new version of a game called
Resident Evil.
Hold on.
Wrong one.
The new version of a game called
Saga.
There we go.
What is that from?
Some video I found. Just trying to find a guy talking about the comic book saga so I can get
Oh.
the word properly taken.
I could just record one for you.
No, we're good. We're done.
Saga.
We're fine, thanks.
Saga.
It's not fun if it's just you.
Sagat. In Japan, he's also called Sagat.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
Cool.
Dictator, boxer, claw, and shorts guy?
Tiger Man. No. Tiger King? I don't know.
Actually, Tiger's probably a good one, yeah.
Tiger.
I have no further comment on that game. Just waiting for it, that's all. I gotta say, though, Square Enix...
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Romancing Saga, the remaster.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, I have not been putting this much money into Square Enix games since, I think, 1998 or so.
Wow.
When they put out all those PS1 games.
That's right.
I mean, what do we got? We got Tactics Ogre, Triangle Strategy, Octopath Traveler 2, Romancing Saga, as mentioned. A lot of fun, interesting things coming out from them, I think, personally. That's all I got. How about
Red
you?
Racer. No.
You don't like strategy?
Not really. People have recommended Triangle Strategy to me, but I'll wait for it to go on sale.
All right, fair enough.
Again, like I appreciate it, but like I don't take recommendations. I don't like recommendations because I've simply been, I don't say grace. I don't have grace. I've been burned too many times, even by people whose opinions I completely respect and admire. Like, we don't have the exact same tastes. And I do not take recommendations. You could tell me, like, every single time someone recommends something to me, the exchange is always exactly the same. And it's this: have you played blah, blah, blah? No? You should. It's really good. And that's it. And that's meaningless. That doesn't mean anything. Like, I know you liked it. We don't have the exact same kind of taste. I'm very picky about everything because I'm just, in unpleasant, cantankerous. Yeah, that guy. I know.
Yeah, we know.
Okay. I wait for things to go on sale. You know what? Let's do this. Only recommend stuff to me if it's $20 or less. Can we make a new rule?
All right.
Like when Triangle Strategy is on sale, please let me know. I will pick it up. I promise you.
I don't think that's a promise I don't think you can keep, though.
Well, then guess what? I'm not playing it.
All right. Jeez, that's a quick turnaround. Fuck.
I mean, it's different than recommending a movie because like movies are cheap, or if they're on Netflix, all it costs me is 90 minutes.
Right.
But a game is like, hey, I recommend this game. It's $60.
Okay.
Like, cool, but that's expensive.
Yeah.
And like, I know you liked it, but I don't have the time or the money. I'm sorry, I've talked about this before, but it just bugs me because it is a part of my job is listening to people give me recommendations while I have to politely and smile and nod and then immediately just forget what they said.
And that's just with people. Imagine me.
You're a person.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. PlayStation has a games under $20 sale right now. Let's see what they got. What
do they got?
L.A. Noire. You can play that. That's pretty
Sure.
good. Shadow Warrior 3. The House of the Dead remake.
All right.
The Secret of Mana remake.
No.
Okay. Tempest 4000. That's pretty good. I played.
I
that.
didn't play the
Try
first
it.
3,999, so I don't think I'd understand it.
No, you don't have to. It's
Are you
great.
sure?
It's for beginners as well as experts.
I don't have a 4K TV either, so I don't think I would be able to, enjoy it to its most.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Dragon Ball FighterZ Ultimate Edition down 85% from $109.
Jesus Christ!
Now $16.49.
Does that include all the DLC?
Most of it, yeah. There's probably new ones since then. Yeah.
Because I bought the game. Well, I bought the game for full price when it came out for the bar, but I
right.
don't have any of the DLC.
Judgment. Oh, it's for PS5 only. Never mind.
Oh man.
Gran Turismo Sport.
No.
Okay, here's a real recommendation. Gravity Rush Remastered.
Is that under $20?
$14.99
Oh shit! Yeah, maybe I will.
for PS4.
Maybe I will. Well, I would have to. I have to locate a new DualShock 4 because we have a DualShock 4 in the living room because our PS4 is pretty much just a glorified Netflix box at this point.
Sure. Pretty good.
But the right analog stick has obscene drift and it's unusable for playing games.
Yeah. I'd get one of those before it's too late.
And I forgot about that. Like when we moved in and we got everything set up, I'm like, oh, this couch is great. This living room is very spacious. I'm going to relax and play some Shadow of the Colossus remake on the PS4, one of my favorite games on the PS4. And I started up, and before I can do anything, immediately the camera just starts drifting to the left. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. This is unplayable.
Just Cause 4, $11.99. I get that.
All right. That's the Bill Cosby simulator.
Okay, let's not do that.
Okay.
Bayonetta, that's been in the news. That's $10.
Who? Oh yeah, that has been in the news. Boy, I don't. Yeah. What's going on with that? Who's at fault here? Because it seems I've read conflicting things.
This is all I have to say. I've learned over the years that a lot of well-known voice actors in games and or anime who seem to be over 45 or 50 are pretty much all bonkers.
Oh no.
With very few exceptions, perhaps like Cam Clark or Rob Paulson. Those are some good guys. A lot of other people are either just, like I said, bonkers or straight up creeps or have some other...
Oh, Quentin Flynn?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Or have some other thing that, they just weren't shutting up on social media and kind of digging themselves into a hole. And I think that's what happened with the most recent thing. Because, that lady was like, I'm going to complain about this publicly in a 4-part video. And then when a journalist or a media outlet questions her about it, she's like, look, I just want to get this over with. I just want to go back to acting in the theater. It's like, lady, you started it. You're going to get some questions after this.
Oh dear.
So
okay.
I think not all.
Well, that's unfortunate.
There. Yeah.
I did another voice acting job.
And you're nuts.
Yes, I'm Coco. I essayed the role of narrator in something called Feudal Fantasy, which it's the audio drama accompaniment to a game that is in development.
Audio drama, wow! They're going the old school route, huh? It's the drama CD with your visual novel or whatever.
It felt like some Naruto shit. I don't know if it's going to be any good, but there it is, and there you go.
All right. So what are you narrating? Are you narrating everything, or is it just certain points where you're in there and doing something?
It almost seemed like interstitial or interjection. Here's an explanation of a special move or a kingdom. Oh,
I see.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what kind of narration is.
Sure.
But
well, some stuff like this, right?
Koopa straps Toad into a chair.
That was one of them. That was in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, it takes place in the Mario universe.
All right. Can they do that?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, who owns Mario? Isn't it public domain?
No.
What?
No.
What do you mean?
It's a Japanese company called Nintendo owns them.
Never heard of them.
No, brother.
Wait, the playing cards? That company?
Yeah, they made the toy hand. That too.
Oh, the toy hand comp. Oh, okay. Oh, see, I only know them as Kabushiki Gaisha Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Hey, do you want to play a badly emulated version of Dark Cloud 1 or 2? Well, that's on sale as well. $7.49 each.
I already own Dark Cloud 2. I'm watching my buddy Matt play through it at the bar.
Wild Arms 3, how about that?
I think I owned that. It's not bad.
Okay, well, you got the PS2 games down, Pat, so I guess I don't need to.
Yeah.
Bring
I was talking to somebody about Wild Arms recently and how, like, I don't really have fond memories of Wild Arms. I kind of do, only because...
Yeah, I'd say everyone kind of does.
Yeah, because it was a game that we played while we waited for Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, and that was exactly pretty much how it was pitched in the media, I think.
Yeah.
You know, the magazines were like, hey, this has 3D battles.
It sure did. Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
But like in that lead, I just remember that lead up to Final Fantasy VII. It was Wild Arms, Beyond the Beyond, Suikoden. What were the other RPGs?
Yeah,
WB. And like of those,
Azure Dreams. I mean, kind of.
No, that was after FF7, right?
I don't know.
But of those, like the only one that I still fondly remember is Suikoden.
Yep, and that one's coming back.
That's right.
That's right.
I would, in my opinion, Suikoden outshines FF7 as well. Like it's that memorable to me.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
and I'm very excited for this remaster.
Yeah.
I was thinking
how much they mess that up.
I was thinking about speedrunning it, so like seeing if I could have the world record for like a day. You know, before like the other speedrunners catch on.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Maybe.
Might be more helpful if that game had leaderboards, you know.
What?
Wouldn't that be funny?
I'm talking about
Wouldn't that be
speedrun.
funny, though?
Yes, it would be hilarious.
That would be funny, right. Okay, because I was saying that for humor. I could hear it. You were about to be like, no, what? No.
Somebody said that in a blog. It has to be true.
Someone said it on a podcast. It must be a real thing that he actually believes.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm
a
gamer.
Under the velvet glove of the philosopher king.
I don't believe in the monarchy.
Narrator.
Oh yeah, that's me. Meanwhile, that one's free.
Great. Wonderful. I love it.
Glad to help.
You're hired. I don't know what for, but
when
you're
do I start?
Tomorrow.
Oh, when do I finish?
Go.
Oh.
Get a big pot of coffee because you're going to be in the studio all day.
All right. I have a fantastic idea. Let's take a quick break.
Oh, man, I'd love it.
All right.
Let's do that.
Cool.
Goodbye for now.
For now. If you're a shrewd shopper, it's about to be your favorite time of the year. HyperX will be running massive sales for the holiday season. Get up to 50% off some of our most popular products, like the ultra comfy Cloud 2 headset. I'm wearing two right now. The tough, responsive Alloy Origins mechanical keyboard. I'm using two right now. And the fan favorite Quadcast USB microphone. Yep, you guessed it. Sales will be going on at all major e-tailers, but be sure to head to hyperx.com and sign up for our newsletter to get the scoop on the biggest deals. Happy holidays from HyperX!
Us. We're the Spirit Hunters, and we're a show that treats Hunter x Hunter and Yu Yu Hakusho's author as the center of the universe. Some weeks we do linguistic analysis. The Chinese meaning of this character is to smelt or refine, but so the changed meaning in Japanese it means to temper. Other times, we get absolutely smashed.
So we take one shot every time. Yusuke uses the ray gun.
1 hour later.
This is the least coherent episode.
Sarah, I think your pirate is haunted.
Check us out at the HyperX Podcast Network.
Folks, we're back. This is the No More Whoppers show, starring motioning to Ray. Ray.
It's like you've been doing it for 10 years, buddy.
Motioning to me.
Very
me.
practiced. Yeah.
Hi.
Love it. Hi, welcome back.
What did you do during the break?
Talk to Alex.
Cool. What did I do during the break?
You were yelling about somebody.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure was.
And on that note, wait,
hang on real quick. I should mention, I made mention of my Netflix box previously, the Sony PlayStation 4.
Yes.
Because I've actually been getting back into, I'm trying to catch up on Better Call Saul, because I know that just wrapped up. And I'm like, oh, right, I want to finish that. And I don't typically watch that. You know me.
No.
I don't typically watch anything. But after the string of things that happened recently that I talked about in the first segment, I was like, hey, I just kind of want to like jump into another universe and forget about my life momentarily.
Yes, a nice calming episode of Better Call Saul.
Well, I mean, it's, I want to watch other people's problems for once.
Okay, sure.
It's fun. And I just wrapped up season 5. I just started season 6. It's great. I watched season 4 when it dropped, and then I haven't watched anything since then. So I had to I've forgotten like a lot of the storylines. I was like, who's that guy? What's going on? Who's this? Yeah.
That's Saul.
Why are people calling him Jimmy?
Oh, he's a faker.
Okay. That's like his deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good. I'll have more to say when I finish it. That's it. That's all.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Did you say fan fun?
No, I said fantastic.
Oh.
I said fan fun like 2 minutes ago.
Did you say fantastic?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Well, fantastic is how I would describe fan fun.
All right.
All right. Play the theme.
I don't want to because you don't like it.
Oh, sorry. Wait, I have it.
Dankachino?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't like it anymore.
Don't
What
I?
do you want me to do?
Oh, all right. Well,
no, you don't, because here it is.
Fan fun. We love the fan fun. Where we talk about your name in a good way. Maybe you like the Facebook page.
Paisley.
And then you send us stories, and then maybe
a lot of it.
And you get $1 for a second.
Sick.
You get a second for $1. And then there's some other things. We hope it doesn't offend
Leo!
you. It might, but we like it anyway. And oh god.
What happened to my goal?
Yeah. That's it. Fan fun. We did it. Thank you. I love that theme. I love it so much. I wish you'd play it more often.
Nihon no minasan konnichiwa. Kiefer Sutherland des.
Kiefer, save me.
No.
Oh.
Where are your friends? It's my Kiefer impression.
Chico.
All right. We have one phone call. Folks, that is, of course, 867-5309. Call us today.
No, it's not. You dumb
sorry, it's
mother.
805 NMW Talk, also known as 805-669-8255. Give us a call. We're all alone.
He nailed it.
I'm going to play this phone call. Are you ready?
I'm pretty much ready. Yeah.
It's from a Dale Bastian.
Right.
Who lives in the Down Under, as seen in Stranger Things. Here we go.
Hello, guys. This is Dale Bastian. I'd just like you to know that I'm playing Super Mario Brothers: The Lost Levels. I'm up to World 4-4, which is a devious Bowser stage filled with fire columns and lava pits and what have you. And I'm also listening to the latest step of the podcast, and I'm right at the tail end, so the ukulele music is playing. I've just said to myself, I wonder if I can beat this really hard level before the episode wraps up, because there is 6 minutes left. And it wasn't easy, but I just did it. Right as Ray is mentioning how he got his website off of Squarespace. Good job, Ray. Good job, me, also. And good job, Alex, too, for participating also. Okay, have fun. Bye.
Thanks, Dale. I've never beaten Lost Levels. I'm sure you have.
Oh, yes, of course I have. Why would you even question that?
Well, yeah, you're right. It's just hard is all, is what I'm saying.
No, I truly have, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, congrats there, Dale. And yeah.
Your certificate is in the mail.
I'm still off of Squarespace, mostly.
What do you mean mostly?
Well, I kept the scroll website on there because I actually use the commerce feature on there, and I have a grandfathered billing, so... Which means I'm paying less than someone else would right now for it. So
that's how they get you.
That is how they get you.
And keep you.
Yeah. Pretty much. I don't want to mess with that again.
All right.
Scroll's still on Squarespace, but everything else is not.
Folks, check it out. Go to scroll.vg/.
It's my oldest Squarespace site. I started Squarespace making that scroll stuff.
What's your newest Squarespace site?
Also Scroll, because I told you the rest of them are gone.
Okay. What's a site that you want to make that you haven't yet?
Stupid video game ads.
.com?
Sure.
All right. Let's make something. Let's play games together. I'm tired of just talking about shit. I want to record. I really want to do this. Dale playing Lost Levels reminded me. Oh yeah. I want to talk you through that. I want to watch you play that and then just sass off. Is that a thing?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Sass man.
Yeah, I'm the sass man. Yeah. Yes.
Japan's greatest musical artist, the Scatman.
Scatto Otoko.
I mean, they loved him.
Did they really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why he was like in every rhythm game.
Okay.
I'm not kidding.
I am choosing
Please
to take.
believe me.
Fine. I'm choosing to take your word on this because I don't know any better.
Okay, good. Well, that's all I got.
Rhythm Tengoku. Okay.
No, not that one.
Oh.
A lot of them.
Parappa.
Jew Beat.
Whoa.
It's not a great name. I know.
Yeah, jeez.
They had to call it U-Beat in the West, but yeah. Oh yeah. The other Square Enix game I forgot I'm going to spend money on. Theat Rhythm. You were just asking me on the show.
Theater Rhythm, yeah.
Was it on the show?
I don't know.
Or in Discord. You're like, boy, they should make it. When are they making a Switch version of that? And I said, I don't know. And then like a week later, they announced it. So
oh, cool.
They're making Theat Rhythm for Switch.
Because I've also, in the process of the move, when I moved all my stuff over, I realized I have. Hang on, I'm going to count them right now on my shelf here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
9,
7. I have 7 3DSs.
What?
Yeah. I've amassed 7 3DSs over the years. I could probably just use one of them, to jailbreak it. What's the term?
Yeah, that's the term.
Okay. I should probably do that to at least one of them, right? Like I don't know why I have so many. I mean, I know at least 2 of them are broken, so that explains that.
Okay, they didn't come from the bar or anything weird.
I think
that.
some of them were donations. Like here, I don't use this anymore.
Okay, great.
But yeah, they range from filthy and almost broken to in box and almost pristine.
Lovely.
So I should probably turn one of those into just a magical box. Mickey Mouse's magical box now on the Super Famicom.
If you're doing it to one, might as well do it to all of them.
Why?
It's fun.
It's a good idea. I like that idea.
Yeah. You can hook them all up to your network and then, distribute the save files among all of them and sync them up and stuff and have a lot of fun that way.
We have different definitions of fun.
Sound fun to me. Yes,
of
course. I know.
Okay.
I love syncing files.
I have been thinking about. What was I thinking about?
Syncing.
I've been thinking about syncing. I'm thinking about just going out of the ocean, just falling
Not
into
that kind, synchronizing.
Oh, that as well. No, I was thinking about doing that with something recently. I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I wanted to ask your advice on. Do you have like a tablet or anything that you just devote to reading stuff?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I do.
Okay, what do you have? Because my buddy Adam just told me that the Shonen Jump app is like $4 a month for like every manga they've ever published. I'm like, oh, I should get on that.
Well,
also Kindle books. Hi.
What I use is not very frequent, but and you're probably not going to like what I'm about to say in terms of what I read, but I have an iPad.
Right.
I specifically bought. At the time, it was the highest amount of memory storage, 128 gigabytes.
Wow.
To store a lot of old video game magazines on.
Oh, right.
So I read game magazines, or did, most often, on my iPad. I wouldn't say it's great for casual reading of books, like Kindle stuff. Maybe manga things. Like, yeah, if you get that Shonen Jump app, it's perfectly fine. But it's the normal size iPad, so...
Okay.
Again, it was intended for magazines, so it's
well,
larger.
that's fine. That's what I want. I want
you can
a
always
big
get an
one.
iPad Mini, is what I'm saying too. Okay, never mind then.
I want the big one. Like I have a Mini at work. That's the one I use at work for my point of sale stuff. I wonder if I could find like a big iPad, because if you go to Hard Off, they do have used iPads and stuff. But like, also, it doesn't need to be an Apple product. It could be something inexpensive because I just need it to read.
Right.
You know.
Probably their next best option would be a Fire tablet, Amazon one.
All right. How big are those?
I think they go up to 10 inches.
10 feet? Good. I'm on there.
As low as like 7 inches, I think.
All right. I think 10 inches would be fine.
Whether or not you can easily get the Shonen Jump app on it is another question, but
no, it's that I don't know. I know it's available on Android and iPhone stuff, but I don't know
but
what
Android usually means the Google Play Store, which the Amazon tablets do not have unless you are hacking it.
Yeah.
So you have to go through some extra steps to install it on there and stuff.
Well, maybe I will, smart guy. Or maybe I'll get some feedback from the listeners after they've heard this. I'm talking to you, Jarmusch.
Sure.
All right.
Well, you can always just get an iPad Air that's like a little over £1.
That's cheap.
To hold.
Oh.
It's quite all right.
$1, right? I mean, I don't want to buy something new. I want to buy something on the cheap.
Hey, guess what?
What?
You can do that too.
How?
It's called refurbished or clearance items.
Called Furby? Whatever happened to Furby? Remember Furby?
Or auction sites.
You didn't answer my Furby question.
What did happen to Furby? Oh, that's right. Shotgunned in his home.
Oh, God. Well, guess who's due for a revival? It's Furby.
All right. Get right on that. Get that Phoenix Down going.
You ever played Furby's Dream Course?
It's too hard.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be one of our games we play.
Yeah, Hoshino Furby, of course.
If you wanted to go extra wild, you could get like a used Windows tablet.
I am extra wild.
Yeah, of course. Oh boy. All right, never mind.
I
answered your question.
I just need what they call a jobber.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of those out there.
So that I can
Probably
read
don't have to look too far.
all 37,000 volumes of One Piece.
All right.
So that I can understand Maddie when she opens her mouth. I don't understand a word she says because I've never read One Piece. Did you know that?
Yes, I do know that. I'm in the same boat.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Right? She comes in. I have to respond based on the tone of her voice. Like, okay, I think she ordered something, but she was speaking in pirate. It's fun. Also, they got Dragon Ball in there. I've never actually read the original Dragon Ball.
I read Volume 1.
Okay.
I bought Volume 1 when I was like 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
They got that on there. Here was a surprise on the Shonen Jump app. You can also read R.L. Stein's Fear Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
My favorite shonen series.
Yeah, right? I mean, yeah, he was a shonen author, certainly. Shonen fiction, they call it over here. I'm in Japan.
You can take the boy out of America.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired. It's about time for me to go to bed.
All right, fine. I'll put you to bed. I'll tuck you in. I'll close out the show. Thank you for listening, everybody. Don't forget to check us out at nomorewhoppers.tumblr.com.
I can do the outroll.
Oh, then go. Okay, go.
I mean, our website, nomorewhoppers.com, is where we have all our fun stuff.
Right.
But first, let me tell you about Patreon. Patreon.com/nomorewhoppers. Newly lacking in our live stream goal.
Yeah, well.
But you can give $1 to be a gold subscriber or $5 to be a golder subscriber. And also, via that higher level, get our exclusive show, Gold in 16 Seconds,
That's
where
right.
we talk about the TV spot for the Italian Job movie.
Yes.
And also,
it's fun. Also, I'm going to say this publicly so that I'm holding us to it. Let's try to record at least one in our new series of Alex and Ray play games together, but not live.
Working title.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know what the title's going to be. Game Pals, video jockeys. So that's
all right.
Okay, fine, go.
But nomorewhoppers.com is where you can find links to everything that we do, including our Discord, because our Discord URL is too complicated. I'm not telling you about it, but It's a freely available Discord. You don't have to be a Patreon person to be on it. Just click the link and join us. Talking about lots of different things. I actually was going to consult with you before I got mad at you last week.
Hi.
Setting up another channel or two. I had some ideas for a channel on there.
Let's do it.
Okay. You want to hear one?
Yeah.
How about like general tech stuff, computers and whatnot?
Yeah, Paso Cones.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's a good name for our show. Paso Coons. Is that a no?
It's a maybe.
Paso Con Don. All right.
805 NMW Talk is our phone number. You can still leave us voicemails about anything you want, including what level of the Lost Levels you are on. Please go ahead and do that. Thank you
If
very much.
applicable.
Sure. Probably not, though. We got some merchandise. Shop.spreadshirt.com/No More Whoppers. We got shirts, button stickers, all that good stuff. Fun things with our logo on it, and sometimes Alex on it.
Hi.
There you go. And of course, social media. No More Whoppers on Twitter for how much longer? Who knows? But Alex is also on Twitter. What are you?
Find me at Patui. That's Pitohui. Oh, you can also follow the bar at Critical Hit Nag. Follow the Overheards account at OOCCHQ.
Are things still being overheard at that bar?
I just posted one yesterday.
Okay.
Silent Hill is economically fucked up, I believe was the quote.
Oh, yeah. We didn't even talk about Silent Hill today.
No. Yeah.
That's okay. Whatever. Yeah, that's... you did all the things. Yeah, I'm on Twitter, RDBAAA. I'm on a lot of different things as RDBAAA. People are talking about Co-Host now, that website Co-Host, and Mastodon again. I've been on Mastodon for a while, I just haven't used it, but I'm RDBAAA on both those sites.
Oh, I should get on that Mastodon.
Yeah.
I've been listening to Mastodon. Is that the same thing?
No, I'm afraid not.
Shit.
Co-Host is probably more suited for your blogging inclinations.
Oh, okay. I'll get on. Well, I bet Patui's probably taken on both. I took Patui
I took
on.
it.
You took it?
Yeah, that'll be $580,000.
Yen. Fuck. I guess even if it was yen, it would be a lot. Because I took Patui on Twitter when it was just a bird and not weeb shit. But now that it's weeb shit, I feel like it's
Jump.
taken on all social media.
Shonen Jump, am I right?
Hey, Sword Art Online fans can Shonen Jump off a bridge.
Oh, that's for sure. Okay, well, and of course my game company is Bipedal Dog, and the games Blast Rush and Mash Gadget are two things that I made. The only two things so far that you can buy from me.
Yeah.
Check those out. Bipedal.dog is the website.
Get them.
That's it. Okay, Alex, you
Hi.
feeling okay?
I'm feeling much better, thank you.
We're wishing the best for you.
Thank you.
Sorry about all that drama and...
It's fine. We're back
crying
on.
and
We're
whatnot.
back on track. And
okay.
Yeah.
And rest in peace, Ryoko Kodama.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for being a good sport, Alex. Everybody else,
anytime.
Keep your nose clean, and we'll see you next time. Gold subscribers, stick around till after the show. It's Bunk versus Bupkis in our Funny Words Tournament 2022.
Because I'm just, in unpleasant, cantankerous. Yeah, that guy.